was cheated on, got laid off from my job. I mean, it was a coffee cart, but still. Then crashed my car. So it was like literally within like a month. It was just like
downward spiral,
just spiraling. And I was like, I think it's about that time. So then I booked a one-way ticket to San Antonio, which I had visited once. I was like, I think I liked it. And I think I had like 4 months. So I booked it 4 months and I was like, I'm just going to figure it out until I get there.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
And is that when you started your social media journey?
So I moved to San Antonio and I was going to school. At the time I was going to University of Alaska and I was like, okay, I'm going to transfer to San Antonio and graduate. But I was like super into school. But when I moved to San Antonio, I gained 40 pounds.
40 pounds?
Yeah. Have you ever seen my photos? I don't have a lot.
No, I've not.
I was not 40 pounds heavier for very long because I was like, oh my gosh.
Right.
I'm 5 foot. So like 40 pounds is a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like 40 pounds is a lot for you too, right?
40 pounds is a lot for I think anyone to gain kind of in a window of time.
Quick, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I blame Sonic. I lived right next to
the
Sonic.
hedgehog?
No.
The restaurant.
Food.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the chili cheese dog, the American hot dogs, was it the jalapeno cheddar poppers, and then the breakfast sandwiches.
So it was
the
Sonic's
cheese,
fault that
dog,
you gained weight.
The cream slush, yeah.
It wasn't the 12 hot dogs I was eating a day. It was the fact that Sonic
existed right next to me, and I blamed it.
Okay, so you moved to Texas at what age? You said you were in
I was 21.
middle school. Okay, and you had not started social media.
No, I moved to San Antonio, gained 40 pounds. I was like, I need to make a change. Hated the gym. Hated it.
Me too.
Did you really?
No, I still do.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like that sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to be here. But at that time, I was like, I hate the gym. So I would go in, didn't know what I was doing. Over the course of time, I just told myself, I was like, if I go really hard one day, burn a lot of calories, and I don't have to come the next day. So that kind of helped me.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of like what I do sometimes even now. If I'm really tired, I'm like, if I give it 150%, then I can skip the next day. So that helped me back in the day.
Interesting tactic.
Yeah. It helped me, especially in the beginning, because I did not want to be there.
Right.
So over time, I liked it. I ended up liking it, and I would go more. So then instead of like 3 times a week, then I would go 4 or 5. Then I was like, I'm going to do bodybuilding competition. And around that time is like when I started doing YouTube. I had a friend, and he was like, hey, he did prank channels, and like they popped off. Like he was like, you should do the same thing, but for like fitness. And I was like, I don't know if anyone
like
would really watch
prank videos.
Like MTV pranks.
Okay.
Like I think MTV posted him. Like he was killing it. So he's the one that kind of convinced me.
Not to interrupt, was his name Ashton Kutcher? Did he have a show called Punk'd?
No.
Okay. I didn't know.
Oh, dang. Is that still around? Do people
no, it's
still
not.
watch that?
No.
That was good. Yeah, he was so good at that.
So you started YouTube first, this is early kind of social media days.
No, sorry. I started doing Instagram first, but I remember back in the day I was like doing yoga poses and I was like showing like my recipes. And then I think people had kind of asked, they're like, hey, can you make longer? They didn't have videos on Instagram at the time. It was like way back in the day.
Right.
It was like back when it was just photos. It was like, hey, can you show your workouts? And I was like, okay, I have to do that on YouTube. My friend Will was like, I think I was going to Pittsburgh. And he was like, I'll just follow you around with the camera. We can show your workouts, whatever. So he kind of pushed me to do it. And I was like, I don't know. But after I did 1 or 2 videos, I really liked it. I was like, this is cool. And people could actually see the full workouts on YouTube versus Instagram. It was just photos.
So they kind of connected with you on YouTube, whereas Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you just fell in love with posting stuff, or did you fall in love with like getting feedback from the people that were watching your videos, or growing the audience, or what made you fall in love with the social medias?
The social medias. I would say, when I was doing it, I wasn't trying to make a career out of it. I was heavy into school. I was going to school full time and working full time and doing social media stuff. So it was a lot. I was kind of juggling. I did it more for fun because I guess whenever I was, losing the weight at the time, there wasn't really anyone on YouTube, like girls, just with like fitness influencers. And so I guess for me, like I was getting all this like advice from guys whenever I was in the gym and working out. And some of it was great. And some of it I was like, And so when I started doing YouTube and Instagram, I was like, I want to give advice that I wish that I would have had when I started. So that's kind of what inspired me to share that. But
as I was
doing
story.
But as I was kind of sharing that advice, it's like it was very helpful to girls because there wasn't a lot at the time.
Yeah.
A lot of women kind of sharing tips and tricks in the gym, especially when you're lifting weights.
Right.
Because a big thing, even now, and me back then, it's kind of like, well, I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to get bulky.
I just want to tone.
Yeah, I was like, I just want to get toned.
I want tone muscles.
Pounds. So because of that, I think girls really connected that way. They're like, okay, I feel more comfortable taking advice from you than a guy at the gym.
Right.
And so I think that's kind of what helped grow my YouTube and Instagram and everything. But I just did it for fun.
What is going on, guys? I am Maxx Chewning, your host. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. If you want to see the full, magical, lovely episode, just click the link down in the description or search Don't Be Sour on your favorite podcast streaming service. And remember, thank you for tuning in.